Bonjour class! I realized I forgot to put any animations on any of these. I'm not going to. I'm going to back up. Okay. Bonjour class! Welcome back to French Notes. I hope your last set of notes wasn't too bad. This one is pretty long, but I swear it's not that terrible. I forgot to mention in our last video, our new flag frame, red on top, green on the bottom. What you can't see is that there's a yellow star in the middle. This is the flag of Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is a country in West Africa. It was colonized by the French, like every other country in Africa that speaks French. What's kind of unique about Burkina Faso so far in countries we've talked about, although French is the official language, like the language of the government and of business, commerce, only like 15% of people in Burkina Faso even speak French. Most of them speak other languages. I think the main one is Moor, is the other one they speak. Yeah, they got their independence in the 80s, went through a series of different sort of governments. They were called different names, but now they're known as Burkina Faso. Okay, so before we even start going through all of these words in your notes, I want you, before you listen to me, to look through all of the words. I've given them to you on a sheet. Look through all of them and go ahead and translate any of the ones you already know, because it looks like a big, long, intimidating list, but really it's not that many that you haven't heard before. So go through, pause this video, like actually pause it, go through, translate all of the ones you know or think you might know, because a lot of them are cognates. A lot of them look the same as the English words, so you'll probably be able to guess. So pause me, come back, actually pause me. I'll be waiting. Okay. If you have followed instructions, you should have just written down a bunch of words that you know. We will see. Go ahead and send me an email with how many of these words you knew. Count them up and let me know. Was it over half? What number exactly was it? Let me know. Send me an email. I will give you extra credit of a to be determined amount, but I will give you extra credit. Some of you need it desperately. All right, so pour le petit déjeuner, first section, pour le petit déjeuner, for breakfast. So these are all words, all food words that are going to be important for breakfast, all related to breakfast. So we've got le pain. Le pain. Pain is bread. Then un croissant, that's a croissant. Easy. Les céréales. Les céréales means cereals, although not necessarily just cold, like cereal. So in English, if I say cereal, you think like Lucky Charms, Cheerios. Céréales in French also means like hot cereals, like oatmeal. Grits would be a cereal. La confiture. La confiture means jam. Un œuf. Un œuf is an egg. Une omelette. Une omelette is an omelet. Sure you got that. Une omelette nature. Une omelette nature means a plain omelet. So no cheese, no vegetables, no meat, just egg and probably butter. That's it. Une omelette aux champignons. Aux champignons. So this is a mushroom omelet. An omelet with mushrooms. Champignon means mushrooms. And des œufs sur le plat. Des œufs sur le plat. It means fried eggs. Fried eggs, like sunny side up. Okay, those are our breakfast foods. Next, pour le déjeuner et le dîner, for lunch and dinner. All right, so we've got les hors d'oeuvres, les hors d'oeuvre. This means appetizers. We use this word in English, but we pronounce it hors d'oeuvre. But in French, it's pronounced les hors d'oeuvre. Kind of close. It just means appetizer. Then la soupe. La soupe means soup. La salade. La salade. It means lettuce. If you order like une salade at a restaurant in France, they will be bringing you lettuce. Plain lettuce. That's it. Une salade verte. Une salade verte. This is lettuce with vinaigrette. So still not how we might think of a salad that has, you know, like little bits in it. It's just lettuce and dressing. That's it. It's also something that you might be served after a main course. Une salade de tomate. Une salade de tomate, a tomato salad. Le fromage. Le fromage. Fromage means cheese. But here, this is also referring to something that in English we would call the cheese course. So after you've had your main meal, after you've had a little salad, now you're going to have a cheese course, which will probably have a few cheeses, maybe some dried fruit. That's it. You have it before dessert. Then un sandwich, a sandwich. Un croque-monsieur, un croque-monsieur. All right, so this is kind of a special sandwich. There's a picture of it right here. This is un croque-monsieur. It's a ham and cheese, a grilled ham and cheese sandwich, basically. But then on top of the grilled ham and cheese, there is like melted cheese. They like slap some cheese on top of it and then put it under a broiler so it gets all melty, like it is here. And they're supposedly really good. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't know, but I do like cheese, and that does look great. Then un croque madame is the same thing, but there's a fried egg on top of it, which does sound delightful. Then un sandwich au saucisson. Un sandwich au saucisson. A sandwich with salami, a salami sandwich. Saucisson really means like any kind of dried, hard meat. It's like a general word. Un sandwich au fromage, cheese sandwich. And un sandwich au jambon, ham sandwich. Okay? Pour le déjeuner et le dîner, continued more foods for lunch and dinner. We've got les frites. Les frites, which is fries, or in English we would call them French fries sometimes. Then un steak frite. Un steak frite. This is referring to a meal. So a steak frite is a meal, and it's steak and fries. So that's what this picture is, steak frite. It's a little steak and some fries. You can get this at like any cafe in France. A little steak and some fries. It does not mean steak fries. Then le riz. Le riz means rice. Les spaghetti. Les spaghetti means spaghetti. The M here just means that spaghetti singular is masculine. You can see here, in English, we do not make spaghetti a plural word, but it is plural in French, les spaghetti. Then une pizza, da pizza. Une pizza aux anchois. Une pizza aux anchois, pizza with anchovies. Une pizza au fromage, cheese pizza. Une pizza au chorizo. Une pizza au chorizo. Pepperoni here. Chorizo is its own thing. Sometimes French people also just say pepperoni, but a pepperoni pizza. Une pizza aux champignons. Une pizza aux champignons, pizza with mushrooms. All right. Now, next section, les viandes. Les viandes, the meats. So we've got la viande, which means meat. Le jambon, which means ham. Le saucisson, which means either salami or sausage, depending on who you ask. Le poulet, which means chicken. Le poulet rôti, which just means roast chicken, so if you roast a chicken in the oven. Le rose beef. Le rose beef is roast beef. Le veau. Le veau means veal, which is calf meat, like baby cow. And le porc, which is just pork. Okay. Les poissons, fish. So, le poisson means fish. Le thon means tuna. La sole means sole. It's spelled the same. It's a kind of fish. I don't know why the textbook feels as though this is an important fish for you to know, because it's not one you eat. I don't think any of you are eating sole on the rag. Maybe you are. But la sole, it's a kind of fish. It's big and flat. And then le saumon. Le saumon means salmon. Now, you might be wondering, Ms. Harris, why is les poissons, fish, apart from les viandes, meat? That is because culturally, French people do not consider fish to be meat. Okay? A lot of countries, or a lot of cultures around the world, don't consider fish to be in the same category as regular meat, for a lot of different reasons. In France, that reason is both cultural and religious. So in Catholicism, fish isn't considered meat either. That's it. That's why they're separate. They're not the same thing. You wouldn't be able to get fish at a butcher in France. All right. Les fruits. Fruits. Okay, en pamplemousse. En pamplemousse, everyone's favorite word, means grapefruit. It does not mean pomegranate for some reason. I mean, because it starts with the same sound, but it means grapefruit. Une orange, orange. Un melon, a melon. Specifically, this means cantaloupe. Une pomme, an apple. Une poire, pear. Une fraise, strawberry. Une cerise, cherry. And une banane, banana. Pretty fun. Okay, les légumes. Les légumes. In French, légume means vegetable. I know in English, legume has a specific meaning. That's like beans and peanuts. But légume in French means just vegetables. Okay, so we've got une salade, which means lettuce. It doesn't mean salad, it means lettuce. Then une carotte, carrot. Une tomate, tomato. Des petits pois, peas. Des haricots verts, green beans. Une pomme de terre, potato. And le céleri, celery. You might notice, Ms. Harris, pomme means apple. And that is correct. Une pomme de terre literally means apple of the earth. But it's what they call potatoes. All right. Les desserts. Les desserts. Desserts. Make sure when you say this word that you say dessert and not dessert. I know in English we say dessert with a Z sound. But if you say le dessert in French, that means desert. It's flipped in English. So we have dessert and desert, like the same Z sound but different accents. In French, les desserts. So le dessert, the dessert. Le gâteau is cake. La tarte. La tarte means a tart. It's a kind of pie. That's what this is. This is an apple tart. Une tarte aux pommes. And it's basically, there's like maybe a layer of something at the bottom. Then we've got some fruit laid out. And then usually there's some kind of apricot glaze, like an apricot jelly, that they glaze over top. So it's not like how we think of pie, really. It's different. Tarte. La glace is ice cream. Une glace au chocolat, chocolate ice cream. Une glace à la vanille, vanilla ice cream. And then any other flavor, same thing, you would either use au or à la. This is how in French they say things are flavored. It's whatever the thing is, une glace, and then at or to the flavor, right? So au chocolat, à la vanille, etc. Then we've got un yaourt nature. This is one of the ugliest words in the French language. Un yaourt nature. Un yaourt means plain yogurt. So yaourt means yogurt, nature means plain. Therefore, un yaourt à la fraise, strawberry yogurt. Horrible word. It might be my least favorite word. Yaourt. Okay, les boissons, drinks. So la boisson is the drink. L'eau, you know this word? L'eau means water. Sorry. So l'eau minérale. L'eau minérale is mineral water. Un Perrier. Un Perrier is a brand of sparkling mineral water. It looks like this. Comes in green bottles. You may have had it. Un Vichy. Un Vichy is the same thing. It's just another brand of sparkling mineral water. It looks like this. Vichy. Le lait is milk. Le jus d'orange is orange juice, the juice of orange. Le jus de pomme, apple juice. Le jus de raisin is grape juice. Raisin is the word for grape. Un café. Un café is a coffee. Un chocolat. Un chocolat is a hot chocolate. It's our first half of our drinks. Now the second half. Un thé. Un thé is a tea. Un thé glacé. Un thé glacé is iced tea. Un soda is a soda. Un coca is a Coke, like a Coca-Cola. Un Pepsi, a Pepsi. Un Schweppes, un Schweppes. Schweppes is another brand name. You've probably seen it with like ginger ale and stuff. But in France, if you say je voudrais un Schweppes, you are saying you want a tonic water. Tonic water is carbonated, sweetened, and flavored with something called quinine. It's bitter. It's like kind of a bitter and also sweet fizzy drink. In America, we usually just use it to mix with alcohol, but in other countries, it's common to just drink it plain as well. Un Fanta Orange, an orange Fanta. Un Orangina. Orangina is this right here. It's a sparkling orange drink. It has pulp in it. It's shaped like a little orange. And un Genie. Un Genie is just a citrus soda. It's kind of like Sprite. And une limonade. Une limonade. This does not mean lemonade. You should remember that from French 1. Citron pressé is what a lemonade is. Limonade is a soda. It's this. It's a sparkling lemon soda. That's it. It's usually clear. Sometimes it has kind of an off yellow color, depending. Alright. Then, les ingrédients. Les ingrédients, the ingredients. Really just random stuff that doesn't go in the other categories. So we've got le beurre. Le beurre means butter. La margarine. La margarine is margarine. Margarine is actually a French invention. Le sel. Le sel is salt. Le sucre. Le sucre is sugar. Le poivre. Le poivre is pepper. Le ketchup is ketchup. La mayonnaise is mayonnaise. And la moutarde is mustard. Pretty sure you could have gotten all three of those without me. And I believe this is our last slide. It is. So if you were doing the shopping, you know the phrase faire les courses, to do the shopping, like to do the grocery shopping. So a few things you might need to know. We've got 1 kilo. 1 kilo, which is a kilogram, a kilo. In France, they use metric measurements for the most part. We use pounds, which is an imperial measurement. We don't use metric generally for weight. Une livre is a pound, but it's different than our pound. Une livre in France is like 1.1 of our pounds. It's like half a kilo. And then une douzaine is a dozen. And then a few things that you might hear at the grocery store. Your cashier could say, et avec ça, and with that. You might also hear that at a cafe, right? If you order like a sandwich, your waiter might say, et avec ça, and with that. Might say, c'est tout. C'est tout, that's all. That's it, that's everything. You might ask, ça fait combien? Ça fait combien? Like, how much is it? And then last two words, le marché. Le marché is the market, right? For us, this would mean like a farmer's market, like an outdoor market generally. But it could mean like a little small store. And le supermarché, the supermarket, that's what we think of when we think of like going grocery shopping. People here, we generally go to supermarkets like Kroger or Walmart, Food City, any of those. In France, Carrefour is one of their supermarkets. It's pretty popular. It's not just in France, it's like in Europe and in Africa as well. Probably other places. The only Carrefour I've been to was in Morocco, which was fun. And that's it. That is our vocab for lesson 9. I know there's a lot of it. So your practice for all of this is going to be a completion grade, because I am kind to you. And it's all in a Google form. So with this Google form, it's separated into sections. So we've got the intruder, where you're choosing the thing that doesn't belong in the group. We've got so fill in the blank, like being logical, choosing the right word, etc. And then some multiple choice, once again, based on context. So in this section, so there are three sort of main sections. I want you to try each of the sections first without your notes. So even though there are a lot of new words, you do know a lot of them, and I'll bet you can get most of the way there without using your notes. So try without them first. Like go through and choose what you think the right answer will be for like section 2 here, and then use your notes to get any you don't know, and then move on to the next section, starting over each time, just to see how much you can do without using them. Wednesday I'll be posting the rest of lesson 9. I should be. We'll probably finish lesson 9 this week, so you can expect a quiz. And that's it. Let me know if you have any questions, and au revoir.